Hi guys, in this video I will show you how to use hidden fields within Ratecard in order for you to optimize conversion. So to do this we are going to use a case for candidates, placements. So let's first, we need a group, we need a form, and we of course also need a campaign to show you this. So let's first make a group. And let's add some smart data fields, two team member fields, a department field, and two text fields. So this one is the hiring manager. The next one is the recruiter. This one is the office of the recruiter. So let's say Elon is the recruiter. Then we have the employer the placement was at, for example, ING. And then we have a job ID. Well, let's set this default value to something like this. And what we have here is the tag names. So you can see the tag names, team members 2, departments, etc. This is important because we need to match these with the ones in the forms. And the nice thing is that, well, I'm telling you this because this video is about hidden fields and about smart data, but we are mapping it automatically. So you can change it if you want, but we are mapping it automatically. So let's save this new group now. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a form. Let's call it placements candidates. Let's start with a blank sheet. Let's make some, well, let's start with a header, a paragraph, and then I want to have the job ID and I want to have the employer, but it needs to be hidden. So I don't want the respondent to see it, but I do want to have the information. Then we're going to make the team members, the department, and then of course we also need a rating, and I want to have the NPS. So let's say this is the employer field, and it's a hidden field. The next thing is the job ID, and it's also a hidden field. If you see here, you can see the way that it's used in the URL. So this is a URL parameter. And we're matching these with the ones you can see in the group settings with the tag names. So this is a little bit technical knowledge, but it is the way that we work. So you know, we do it automatically, so you don't have to think about it, but now you know how it works. Then the team member, who was your hiring manager? Well, it's who was your recruiter consultant? Then which office did you work with? And how do you rate us? And how likely is it that you would recommend us, of course? And then let's add a thank you page. All right. Let's redirect them here. All right. Well, that's it. So we published our form now. The only thing we need to do now is to put it all together and to make, of course, the message that we're sending to the respondent. So let's make an email this time. Let's use the English language for this. And then we can choose a template. Because we have a rating within our form, I would recommend, for example, the CSAT. This is how it would look. You can use the emoticons as well, but we're using just normal numbers. So we also have like an NPS and other things, but let's use this one. And then add a title. We can also decide who will send the message. So it will now automatically be the hiring manager. We can also say, okay, we want to send it from the recruiter. So let's do that now, because the recruiter is the one that, the recruiter consultant was the one that helped you get the placement, helped the candidate get the placement. So now you can have a preview. This is how it will look like. And we could send a test, but we're not doing that. Then, because I want to show it right now, I say on autopilot, and it will send the message immediately whenever I add a contact. So no delay, no appointment start date, end date, or whatever. And also no reminder. So that's how I'm setting up this campaign now. So we can show it to you quickly. So now let's go back to the group. And let's add me, so you can see what happens. So as you see here, the hiring manager, these are the default values. We can use this in the email templates, by the way, but it will register these values as the ones that are matching with me as a candidate. So this is my context within this group. So let's keep it at that and just add it, and then we'll see the email coming, hopefully. So there it is, the email. As you can see, we just received it and given it 8. And as you can see, you don't see the hidden fields that I put in the form. You only see the fields that are visible. So for example, we had the job ID here, we had the employer here, but they're hidden now. You can see them via the URL. So for example, you can see here the ID, and here you can see the employer. So, and we will save these data for you, but the respondent doesn't see it, so it will help increase the conversion because they don't have to answer unnecessary questions. We could even hide all these fields, so they only have to do this, and boom, and that's it. So they left feedback. So what we will do now, well, let's show you what happened. The feedback that just was submitted, as you can see here, new feedback is submitted. And if you click it, you can see the details, and you can see hiring manager, recruiter, office that you work with, rating, NPS, and of course the hidden fields we put in. So it automatically maps these hidden fields. You don't have to do anything, and you can analyze it later on, of course, also in the form reports. All right, that's it for now. Have fun and improve every day.